Okay, this is actually probably like take 3 of this video blog. Been making a lot of adjustments to the audio. I'm still working on that, and also to the video to be able to add in a little bit more content, different game reviews. But this is a catch-up video blog of one of my robotic projects. This one's going to be a little bit long until I get caught up, and then I will have update video blogs, which shouldn't be nearly as long. But this one is for my robotics project. One of the things I have started working on is getting the controllers integrating with some other inputs and outputs. This one is my latest modified design. I have some original pictures. This was what it started off as, and it is a project that came from a site called Let's Make Robots, which was an absolutely great site, and very basic starter. Has everything in it you could possibly want. Videos, just very well done. Gives you, this is the PIC that I'm using called PIC-X28 with the breakout board. And then, I mean, very basic, very good tutorial on what different things are. Actually the PIC, the motor controller, the resistor pack, what all of those are on the board, the servo, the infrared ranging for the sensory input, heck, battery packs, motors. They even go into how string tubing works. The batteries, why you want to use rechargeables as opposed to normal alkaline. They even get into soldering. Like I said, they really break this down to, if this is your first time, this is how you do it. Now, this wasn't my first time, so I was able to skip through a lot of this. But after going through some of this content, very, very informative. And go through it, how to solder. It has everything. And then it goes through the build. This took me, when I built it, about 4 hours. I probably could have done it in about 2.5, 3, but I was doing some recording of it, although it didn't turn out, so now I've got to do an update video blog. And then it also gets into the software, what you need to load, free software, how to integrate it to get the programming there, different programs on testing of it, and actually the program all the way at the bottom here, it was in there somewhere. Oh, here it is. This one here is, it's modified, but it's the one I'm actually running on it right now. And so obviously my it does not look like this anymore. I actually integrated it with this here, this bulldozer model, to be able to get it the treads and the platform that I needed to be able to work on it. And so here's some pictures of what it pretty much looks like now, which is this. And so what I have, let me get a better camera here. So you have the PIC X28 with the where we go? There it is. You know, with the controller, motor controller, and processor, motor controller, and resistor pack with some inputs and outputs, analog and digital. And those outputs control the motors, which control the treads, which, as you can see, they've been modified and upgraded. They even actually changed it even more to give it a little bit of lift off of off the floor, just by putting on the larger cogs, and then these smaller ones are just to catch it. And then also the servo, I've modified that. As you can see on the servo horn, I've screwed it in and kind of given it lift off of here. It puts it a little bit far out. I'm actually probably going to work on moving it back a little bit because I don't need 360-degree turn. I only need 180, so I can move it back a little bit. But I just put this on so I can do that. And as you can see, these all integrate with the PIC, and then the battery pack for it, which runs off of as close to 5 volts as possible. I've got 4 1.2s, so I got 4.8, pretty close. The only thing that's really worrisome is this here, which you can't go over 5 volts. So I'm close on that. And as I continually integrate more things that I can do, I'll be updating those in the video blogs. My latest addition, oddly enough, is a power switch. Because before I just had to hardwire it in and pull the battery when I wanted it to stop. I haven't mounted this yet because I just put this on. But that'll start up the program as soon as it gets the power. It gives it 5 seconds and it starts running. One of the problems I'm having with the program is in its movement, it's having a little bit of problem controlling the track. Works pretty good until it gets into certain situations. Like right now, it's going to get really confused because it actually searches for things that are in its way and looks for a clear path and heads towards that clear path and looks at the stuff that it's found that is in it, that's close to it. And right now, it's getting confused because it sees something, the monitor actually, and when it's moving, it's not seeing the thing that's in its way coming closer. So it's really confused because I'm holding it still. But more modifications to the program, and I'll actually get a little bit more into that in my next video blog, break it down to some of the different things I'm running the program on. All right, let me get this guy with a heart attack. Okay. So that is what I'm working on right now. Eventually that is going to be integrating with some of my other projects I have going on. As I continually move forward on this, I'll update the video blogs. I actually have a ton of ideas that I want to work on. Right now, one of the things I want to work on is integrating a battery level sensing circuit onto it, be able to tell what level the batteries are at. So when they get down to a certain percentage, I wanted to initiate a light sensing circuit as well to find a bright enough light to be able to charge it off of a solar panel. And then once it gets to that light source, to switch off the motor circuits and recharge the batteries off of a solar panel that I have, which will plug that in onto it. Not entirely sure because the thing's bigger than the robot, but we'll figure that out. I'm also not sure right now. This is 7.2 volts, 200 milliamps. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough to be able to charge the batteries, but I'll figure that out and update as I move along. And then also I will be integrating or combining another project, a Raspberry Pi PC, along with it. That's one of my other video blogs that are there. Oops, sorry, not that one, this one, which is this here. That'll be integrating, controlling the PIC Axe controller and be able to run different subroutines within the programs from the analog or digital inputs, probably digital inputs more utilized. So that's it for this, and hopefully I'll get caught up more on some of these video blogs.